All right, well, good afternoon, guys. We are back for our next lesson of sign language. So over the past few weeks, we have learned a lot of new signs and ways to communicate. We learned greetings our first week. We've learned colors. We've learned family members. And this week, just like I promised you, we are going to learn some signs for animals because I know a lot of you have animals in your family. So if you're telling someone about your family, we now know how to say mom and dad and things like that. But if you have a puppy or if you have a cat, now you'll be able to tell the signs for that. We're also going to learn numbers today. So it is actually very easy, but it's maybe not what you would think how numbers would look normally. So we're going to go over those because if, let's say, you have two sisters, you might want to tell someone that you have two sisters rather than just knowing the sign for sister. So we are going to get started today. Let me get this all set up. Perfect. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn our numbers. So usually when you're counting, when you're showing people numbers, you just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In sign language, it's similar, but it's actually, rather than having your hand facing out, you're going to have your dominant hand face toward you. Okay? So when we're counting our numbers, the sign for 1, right here, 1. 2, pretty easy. 3, I know some people do it differently. Most people do 3 like this with your 3 middle fingers. 3 in sign language is actually the 1, 2, and your thumb. So this is 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let's see you guys go 1 through 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Okay. When we are getting into our next numbers, so 6, I know a lot of people would probably use 2 hands, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. But when we're doing sign language, we want to keep on that dominant hand. So rather than using 2 hands to count those bigger numbers, we just have a different sign for them. So our first 5 numbers was our hand facing toward us. For the next ones, our hand faces out. Okay. And what you're going to do is just take your thumb and it's going to touch the different fingers. So 6, your thumb touches your pinky. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it just goes in order. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is just a thumbs up and you shake it. 10. Okay, so let's see 1 through 10. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3, make sure that back of your hand is facing out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Okay, we're gonna go all the way up to 20. So after 10, we get to 11, okay? Our hand goes back facing toward us and you go to a fist. 11, you just take your pointer finger and it shoots up in the air twice. Okay, so after it's in the air, you just go, it kind of just wiggles. So you have a 1 up in the air and it wiggles. 1, 2. 12, you have 2 fingers in the air and they wiggle. 13, 3, and wiggle. 14, you have 4 in the air and they wiggle. And 15, like this. Awesome. So let's see it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job, guys. The last ones we're going to learn is 16 through 20, and those ones are a little bit harder. So can we remember what the sign for 10 is? Exactly, it's that thumb wiggle in the air. So 16 is 10 plus 6. So can we remember the sign for 6? This one was 6, exactly. So to get 16, we do 10 plus 6, which just looks like this. 10, 6. So 16 you just change from 10 to 16. For 17, you change 10 to 7, 17. 18 was that next finger. 19. And 20 is just a little, just like a little mouth. Just a little chip, chip, twice. Okay, so all together, do you guys think that we can count from 1 all the way to 20? Yeah? All right, let's try it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job, guys. Well done. You guys did great. So raise your hand. Who is good at math? Yes? Okay, I'm going to go to Brenton in the gym. I want my friend in the gray shirt that's waving her hand. You go ahead and stand up. Okay. All right, the next thing we're going to learn, I'm going to challenge her to math. Okay. So what we have to learn is we have to learn what the signs for plus and minus are. Plus is very easy. You just make a plus sign. Okay. Minus, you take your dominant hand and it makes like a minus sign on your other hand. So this is minus. All right, so my friend at Brunson, we're going over to you. I'm going to show you a math equation in sign language, and I want to see if you can respond with the correct number. Can you do it? Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you an easy one to start. Let's try this one. Oh, hold on, redo. Haha, I messed up. I know I messed up. Okay, let's try it again. Yes, good job. Awesome. Who else thinks that they can do that? All right, let's pop over to Piney Grove. Piney Grove, you guys. Let's get my friend in the white shirt to go ahead and come on up.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Go to the camera.
What grade are you in, bud?
First.
Awesome. All right, you ready? I'm going to give you an equation, and let's see if he can get the answer. Okay.
5.
Okay, I'll show you one more time. Yes, exactly. 3. So those 2 pointer fingers and that thumb. Good job, buddy. Anyone else want to try? All right, let's go to Morgan, my friend in the front in the black shirt. Yes, okay. Are you ready? She's ready. What grade are you in?
First.
First, okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can give you a little bit harder one, because I think you're ready for it. Okay, ready?
What was the number?
She's thinking on it.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. It is 7. Good job. 7's a hard one to remember. So you did great. Remember 6, 7. She did great. All right, guys. So you guys are doing awesome. So, for instance, we learned last week if you wanted to say that you have, this is the sign for have. Okay. So if I wanted to, and before I know one of our friends at Brunson told us she had a girl cousin. But what if she had 3 girl cousins and wanted to tell us about all of them? She would say, I have 3 cousins. Okay, so if you have multiple cousins, multiple brothers, multiple sisters, now you know the numbers, because I don't think anyone has more than 20 sisters, do they? That's a lot of, okay, you guys have a lot of siblings. We'll have to learn some more numbers for you guys. So but for today, we're going to stop at 20. So raise your hand if you're ready to learn some animal signs. Yes, I know. I got a text from Miss Victoria at Brunson, and she said my Brunson friends were very excited, and you guys sent me a whole list of animals, and I'm going to cover all of them. How does that sound? All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with pets. Okay, so I kind of broke them into pets, and then I broke them down from pets that you might have at home, and then just general animals. Okay, so we're going to start with what is the sign for pets. Okay, there isn't really a sign itself for pets, because if you think about it, the word pet, that can mean an animal that lives at your house, but it also means I like to, pet a dog. Okay, so the sign for petting a dog, to pet something, is just like this. Take one hand and you pet it. But that doesn't mean if I'm talking about a pet that you have. So if you wanted to use the word pet, like an animal that you have, you actually have to finger spell it. So let's practice that. Pet is spelled P-E-T. So finger spelling. Okay. So what I would do if I wanted to tell you, I would say, so I just told you I have 2 pets. Okay, so you have to use that finger spelling, and that's something you'll definitely want to practice, is those letters. But let's get down to it. Some animals. My personal favorite animal is a dog. Okay, dogs, I actually love the sign for dogs because it makes a lot of sense. When you're trying to call a dog, a lot of people go, come here boy, come here, come here. Okay, so that's kind of how the sign goes. All you do is you take your dominant hand, you can't see, but you're going to hit your hip and then snap, or make a snapping motion. Okay, so you just hit, snap, and that's the sign for dog. Pretty simple. Let me see you guys at Kernersville. Let's see you guys do the sign for dog. For dog, the one we just learned. Yep, my friend in the black's got it. Exactly. Good job, guys. Also, we've got some cats. I also love this. The cool part about these signs for animals is a lot of them really make sense. So cats are known for their whiskers. Okay, so the sign for cat, you take your 2 fingers. This is cat. Good job. Next up, we've got birds. Okay, birds have those little beaks. So we take our fingers, put it here on our beak, and go. This is the sign for bird. Okay, raise your hand if any of you guys, who has a hamster? Does anyone have a hamster? Yes, awesome. You guys will need to know this sign then. So for hamster, hamster starts with an H. So we make that H with our hand. And hamsters, when I think about a hamster, they're usually shuffling around going, looking for food, right? So they use their noses a lot. So the H, to make the hamster sign, you just brush on your nose twice. That's hamster. Okay. Who has had a lot of fun with Mr. Tyler's pet these past couple weeks? Yeah? Did anyone like the snakes the best? I had a feeling a lot of you guys seem to like the snakes. So the sign for snakes, if you think about it, they've got that tongue, right? That's usually forked, like in a V. So the sign for snake, you take that forked tongue and you go out from your face. You just slither like a snake. This is snake. Good. All right, fish. A lot of people have fish as pets. Sign for fish is kind of close to snake, but it's more of a swimming motion. So you take your hand like this, start it from your chest, and you just swim out. Fish. Good. Does anyone have a bunny or a rabbit at home? No? Does anyone want one? Yeah, I love bunnies, okay? So the sign for bunnies, they've got those big floppy ears. So what you want to do is you want to put your hand on top of your head with 2 fingers up for ears. And you just twitch your fingers like it's an ear. That's the sign for bunny. And make sure it's facing backwards. Because the next pet that some people have is a horse. And that's the last one we're going to cover. Horse is similar to bunny because they also have those big ears, right? You put your hand facing out like this and you twitch. So this is horse. This is bunny. Horse, bunny. We got all those? Is That was a lot of pets. All right, I'm going to test you real quick. Brunson in the gym. Can you guys show me the sign for bird? Do it all together. Who can do it? All together. Yes, look at their little beaks. Good job. What about my friends at Morgan? Can you guys show me the sign for snake? Yes, very good. All right, my friends in Kernersville, what about the sign for cat? Yes, look at those whiskers. Good job. And my friends at Brunson in the classroom, we're going to go to you guys last. Let's see. Can you show me the sign for fish? Yes, we got some fast swimming fish there in the back. Good job, guys. Well done. All right. So we've got some pets. Does anyone want to come up and tell us what kind of pets they have using sign language? All right, let's go to Piney Grove in the gray shirt in the front. You can stand up. Make sure you tell us, I have. Tell us how many. And then tell us what kind of pets. So do you want me to do a demonstration or are you good for it?
No.
You ready? You want to just do it on your own?
Right here.
Perfect. We can see you there.
You want to do it on your own?
Uh-huh. Yes, good job. Okay. You got lots of pets. So he's got 2 pets. It sounds like he has a cat and a dog. Is that right? Very good. Give him applause, guys. Well done. Let's hop over to Brunson in the gym. I want to find a friend at Brunson that's going to tell us about their pets. Let's see. My friend in the orange shirt. I think you look like you really want to tell us about your pets. So come on. You can stand on up. Okay, back up a little bit for me. Back up a little bit. All right. Go ahead and you can tell us what kind of pets you have. Uh-huh. Okay. Cool. Good job. Is that everything? Good job. So she told us that she's got 2 fish and a hamster. Very good job. All right, let's pop over to Morgan. Does anyone at Morgan want to come up and tell us about their pets? Oh, yes, he's ready. I'm so excited. All right, tell us about your pets. I'm very... Good job. 2 cats. Do they get along? Do they play together? Very good. Good job, guys. And let's go to Brunson in the classroom. Does anyone want to tell us about their pets? Let's see. My friend in the gray shirt in the front. Okay. Yep. Okay, so make sure you tell us, yep. Perfect. There you are, yes. Good job. She also has 2 cats. Cats are very popular, apparently. Good job, guys. And you are doing great with those numbers. Just make sure when you're doing those first numbers, like 2, the back of your hand is showing. I know it's kind of weird because you're used to doing this, but make sure that hand is flipped backwards. You guys have done great with those pets. So now we're going to get into some animals that I don't think any of you guys have as pets, but we still want to learn the signs for them because these, again, were all requested from Brunson, which you guys gave me quite a list, and I'm excited about it. So first off, the sign for animals. If you just want to say, hey, I like animals, the sign for animals, it's very similar to have, okay? So you put your hands in the same place that you do to say I have, but if you want to say animals, it's kind of like flapping wings. You just do this motion. So this is the sign for animals. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go through about 10 different animals. These were all, again, all requested by Brunson, and these are all more or less wild animals. One thing I do want to talk to you guys about is something called dialects. Okay, that's a weird kind of big word, but what that means is that even though people can be speaking the same language, they might use different words for things. So for instance, here in the South, we usually use the word soda. If you want a bubbly, sweet drink, we use the word soda. But if anyone has grandparents or anyone that lives up north in Michigan, they might call that pop. I know my family's from Michigan and they say pop. If you want a soda, they call it pop, even though it's the same thing. So that's called a dialect, when you use different words or say things a little bit differently based on where you're from. So some of these signs might have different ways of doing them. And that's why finger spelling is so important, because if you're talking to someone and you're confused as to what they're saying because you don't know that sign for that animal, you can always spell out that animal and then understand their sign, okay? So we're gonna learn just the basic, most common ways of these animals. So the first thing, we met Mr. Tyler's pets. Does anyone remember, by show of hands, what the first pets that he showed us was? Yes, my friend at Brunson in the gym in the striped shirt. Yep, that's you. I got you right there. What was Mr. Tyler's first pets that he introduced us to? The very first week. What was it? You can just tell me. Does anyone want to help her? The first animal? Rats. That's exactly right. So the first one we're going to learn is the sign for rat, which I put in the animals category, but I guess Mr. Tyler has them as pets too. So the sign for rat, they're kind of like hamsters. They're very similar. Remember, the sign for hamsters was an H across the nose like this. For rat, you just do it with one finger. Okay? So this is the sign for rat. Rat and mouse are the same sign, but again, if you're confused or you want to be more specific, you can always finger spell if you're talking about a rat or a mouse, okay? But this is the sign for it. Perfect. The next thing that I know no one has as a pet that was requested, and you guys that were at Piney Grove, you guys will love this, is a panda. I know that's the school's mascot, Panda. So for Panda, what letter does Panda start with? P. A P, exactly. So P looks like this. And what you do is you make two P's with your hands. And pandas are known for having those circles, those black circles around their eyes. So you make the P sign and you go like this around your eyeballs. Panda. Okay? That's what they're known for. Again, that's one that's kind of different. You might have to finger spell it if someone's not sure. We also got a request for wolf. Wolves are known for their big snouts because they have really good smellers and can track things. So what we do is we just make a wolf snout. Wolf. Good job. Also, I got a request for 3 ocean-dwelling animals that are very similar, but their signs are a little bit different. So we got requests for crawfish, crab, and lobster. You guys are very into shellfish, and I like it. So crawfish are the tiniest ones. If you want to use a sign for crawfish, you put your 2 hands together, your wrist like this, and you have your little pinchers, and you do this. This is crawfish. Crabs are a little bit bigger, so you put your hands out here to the side, and you do your pinchers. And lobsters are even bigger, so their pinchers get the whole hand, and you do your pinchers. Okay, so we got crawfish, crab, lobster. Awesome, so let's see it. I'll call out one of those 3, and you do the sign for it. Let's see crawfish. What about crab? Lobster. Crab. Lobster. Lobster. Crawfish. Good job, guys. Y'all got that. Well done. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to stay in the ocean theme. The biggest dwelling ocean creature is the whale, okay? So whales have those big whale tails. So what you do for this one, your dominant hand is going to act as a whale tail. That's swimming across and making the whale tail. Your other hand is going to be behind it, close to your chest, and it's going to represent the ocean. So the whale tail is going in and out of the ocean. Okay, and this is what that whale tail looks like. Very good. Okay, my favorite animal sign probably that we're going to learn today is the next one, and that is because I love dolphins. Dolphins are similar. They do the same thing, that they jump in and out of the water. So your arm is going to stay here for the ocean, and we're going to make a D for dolphin. Remember, this is our finger spelling, the letter D. And that dolphin is just going to jump in and out of the water. And I think about making that noise. Perfect. So those are our ocean creatures. Then we got some requests for big cats, okay? And again, some of these signs will look similar because the animals are similar. The signs really do match the animals. So the first one we got was a cheetah, okay? Does anyone remember what the sign for just a regular house cat looks like? Yes, good, because of those whiskers. So the sign for cheetah is similar, but rather than doing the whiskers where you grab, you just take your fingers down your face. This is cheetah. Perfect. The next big cat is a lion. And lions are most known for their big manes. Big manes. So that is where this sign comes from. So you take your hand, kind of like you're going to be combing your hair, and you go from your forehead back. This is lion. Good job. Tigers. Tigers are known for their stripes. So remember, this was cheetah. Tigers have lots of stripes. So you take all your hands and do this motion. So that is tiger. Okay. Leopards is our last one we're going to go to, and then I'm going to quiz you guys a little bit. So leopards are known for their spots. So we did tigers because of their stripes. The sign for leopard is really just kind of saying a tiger with spots. So this is the sign for leopard. Ready? So again, just a tiger with spots. Good job, guys. All right, so I am going to quiz you guys at your schools. Let's pop over to Morgan. Morgan, can you guys show me the sign? And I know we went through a lot, so if you don't remember, I'll remind you. Can you guys show me the sign for wolf? Remember that long snout? Perfect. Good. What about panda? You guys remember that at Morgan? Good. The letter P with those circles. Let's pop over to Brunson in the gym. Can you guys do the sign for rat? Rat. Yes, exactly. My friend in the orange has it. Perfect. Good. And what about dolphin? My personal favorite, dolphin. Yeah, make sure you're getting that D. Yep, make that D sign. Perfect. Very good. All right, let's pop over to my Kernersville folks. Kernersville, can you guys show me the sign for leopard? Good. My friend in the black shirt has it perfectly. What about a whale? You guys, can you show me whale? My friend in the orange or in the gray has it. Perfect. Very good. And lastly, we're going to go to Brunson in the classroom. Let's see if you guys can remember. What about lobster? What does that look like at Brunson in the classroom? Yep, out to the side. Perfect. And then our last one I'm going to quiz you on. What about lion? Do you guys remember the sign for lion? My friend in the gray has it. Remember, that's our hand going back through our mane. Good job. Yes, perfect. There it is. Good job, guys. Okay, so just to recap, we've done family members, we've done greetings, we've learned animals, okay? So with that said, we learned numbers today. Does anyone want to come up and show me their family? That includes family members, how many of them. You'll tell me if you have any pets, how many of them, and what kind of pets. That's a lot of stuff. Also, we learned colors. So if you wanted to tell me that you have a dog and it's a certain color, you can also throw that in. So for instance, I can say, okay, so because my dog is tan, so I have one tan dog. So is anyone brave enough, and we'll do a couple of these, that wants to come up and tell us as much as they can about their family? Let's start at Piney Grove. I've got someone. Yes, in the gray shirt in the front, I think. Yep. Are you ready? Come on up. Tell us all about your family members, how many of them, your pets, what color, all the stuff that you've learned so far? Mhm. Uh-huh.
Wait and sit up, please. Wash your shoes.
Rudy, come sit right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Good. Is that it? You did great. All right. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it sounds like you've got a mom and a stepdad. Is that right? You've got grandma and grandpa. We've got 2 pets, a cat and a dog. And then you also told us that you have some cousins. Is that right? How cool is that you told me all of that in the sign language that you have learned so far? That is so good. You guys give him a round of applause. He did awesome. Woohoo! Good job. Let's pop over to Brunson in the classroom. Do we have any volunteers that wants to come tell us about their whole family? My friend in the black shirt with the yellow sleeves. Yep, perfect. Okay, come on up. Make sure we can see ya. You might have to. Yes, perfect. Go ahead, buddy.
If I help you. No.
Huh? Perfect. Good job. So he told us about his pets. It sounds like he's got a fish and a cat. Is that right? Perfect. And then were you telling us that you had a brother? No. Dad? Yeah? Good job. So remember those signs for mom and dad right here on the chin and then on the head. There we go. They're hard to remember. You did great. Does anyone at Morgan want to come up and tell us about their family? We're being shy at Morgan. That's okay. If you want to practice in your head, we can come back to you because I have a lot of takers in the gym at Brunson. So my friend in the striped black and white shirt with her hair down. Yep. Nope, the one next to you, love. Yep, right there. You want to come up and tell us about your family? You can say right there. That's a perfect spot for you. Right there. Beautiful. Okay, so tell us about your human family, your pets, and maybe even if you have a certain color pet, you can tell us that too. Whenever you're ready. Mm-hmm. You got it? Yeah. Yes. What color are your cats? In sign language. Is it hard to remember? Are they brown maybe or black? Or gray? Yeah? So brown and black. Uh-huh. No, just brown. Perfect. Very good job. Well done. So she told us that she's got mom, dad, 2 cats, and her cats are brown. Really good. My friend in the orange, you can come on up and tell us about your family. And now we learned numbers. So you can tell us, I know you told us last week you had some cousins. You can tell us how many. You can also tell us about your pets. Tell us everything we need to hear. Beautiful. All right, whenever you're ready. Good. Oh, she did so good. So she told us she's got moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas. She has 5 cousins. Is that right? Lots of cousins, both boys and girls. She told us she had a hamster, and does anyone know what color she said that hamster was? White. That's exactly right. And she also has 2 orange fish. Gosh, that is a lot of information you just shared. Very good. All right, so before we end, we are going to take one more volunteer. Does one more volunteer want to tell us about their family? Let's go to Kernersville. Let's see, my friend in the back in the pink shirt. Did you still want to try? All right, and you're going to be our last person of the day. But you guys, we're going to keep doing this and keep practicing. So keep practicing, and we're going to keep building on all the stuff that we've learned, and you can tell us more and more about your family and things like that. All right, go ahead, dear. Tell us about your family. Very good. So it sounds like she's got 2 dogs, mom, dad, grandpa, and grandma. That is awesome. You guys have done great today. So I know that there are lots of other animals you might want to know the signs for. So just like they did at Brunson, if you want to tell your counselor, and they can send those to me, and we can learn those next week. In addition to that, we are also, there's my animal. We are also going to be learning some clothes. So we're going to learn the signs for different clothes, and then maybe get into some food, because I know everybody likes food. All right, well, you guys have done great this week. Thank you so much for listening and all the learning that you're doing. Keep up the good work, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye, guys.